guys, today we are going to be talking about another part of speech called a pronoun. Here are some examples of those things: he, she, it, and they. So I'm going to say a sentence and you tell me if you think it sounds right. Actually, it's two sentences. I lost my pencil. I wonder where she is. Did you hear anything wrong with what I said? Did you hear me say she? Is a pencil a person? No, that's so silly. A pencil isn't a person. A pencil is a thing. So it would have been better and correct for me to say, I lost my pencil. I wonder where it is. So a pronoun is something that can replace a noun. So for example, this is Tom's name, Tom, okay? We're going to assume Tom is a boy. And when we talk about boys, we use the personal pronoun he. And so in this sentence, Tom sings, but we could also say, if we didn't want to use Tom's name, if we wanted to just say something else, we could say he sings, couldn't we? Yep, we could say he sings. And so you can see Tom can just turn into he. It's magic. What? Okay, in number 2, it says Maria sings. So we have to kind of decide, like, is Maria a girl name, a boy name? Is it a name of a car? Well, we're going to assume it's a person because someone's singing. And would we say they sings? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because they and sings don't go together. They sings. And would it be it sings? I mean, maybe if you had a canary named Maria, it could be an it. But I think you know the answer. Yeah, it's she. She sings. He sings. She sings. Let's look at number 3. The song is pretty. So what part of this sentence do you think you could replace and just have a pronoun? And one of the fun things about having pronouns is they're short words. He, she, it, they. We is also a pronoun. You is a pronoun also. And so they're shorter. And so sometimes when you're writing, you might want to do the shorter thing. Instead of having 4 words in your sentence, you could cut it down to 3 by replacing the song is pretty with, could it be it? Yes, because we don't know if the thing, the song, is, well, we do know, actually. We know the song isn't a person. I mean, maybe you're a song. I don't know. I'm not a song. But the song is an it. It's not a person, and it's just one song. So we wouldn't say they is pretty, and we wouldn't say he is pretty or she is pretty because we're talking about a song. Now, if it had said Maria is pretty or Tom is pretty, we could have said he is pretty or she is pretty. But because it's a song, we say it. Number 4 says, the children sing. Okay, so now the children, how many children are we talking about? Yeah, we don't know, but is it more than one? For sure, it could be 2, it could be 500. So we wouldn't say he sing or she sing or it sing. We might use this word right here. What is this word? They sing. Look how much shorter this makes our sentences when we use pronouns. Check this out. Look how much longer these sentences get when we don't have our pronouns there. He sings, she sings, it is pretty, they sing. And number 5 says, the songs are pretty. Okay, so this kind of goes back to number 3 where it said the song is pretty. What would we use here? The songs are pretty. He are pretty? Nah. She are pretty? No. It are pretty? No. You got it. They are pretty. So pronouns can make our sentences a little bit shorter, but they're also not very specific. So if you're talking about someone in particular, like Maria, you might want to use her name. But if you've already said her name in another part of your writing, you can just say she. It's an easy way to make your sentence shorter. All right, so in this one, all we're going to do in each one of these sentences is circle our pronouns. We've got 4 sentences. We've got some friends talking to each other, some friends hugging, some friends pointing at each other, and an adult talking to some friends. All right, so our things we're looking for are the words I, we, and you. And remember I told you pronouns are short, right? There's nothing shorter than the word I, but it means so much. I am amazing. I am spectacular. Like, it says so much, right? It says so much about yourself. All right, so in this sentence, number 1, which one of these words is the pronoun? I like to sing. And look, she's pointing to herself. So which one do you think is the pronoun? Is it like? No. Is it sing? Nope. Yeah. Did you say I? Right there it is. I like to sing. Number 2 says we both like to sing. Okay, so look at their friends and they're like, we love singing. We're good at it too. So which one is the pronoun? We both like to sing. Yep, we both like to sing. We, if you notice, if you're starting to notice, this is the same thing as a noun, which is why it's called a pronoun. It's a noun that you can use to shorten a longer noun, like a name. So maybe this guy is Mr. Hoffenstadter Fliegerflager. It's a really long name. So instead, we could just say he has a really long name instead of Mr. Hoffenflogger Flitterflatter has a really long name. So you can see pronouns can be really useful when you're trying to shorten things up. All right, number 3. You are a good singer, he says. Look at, he's pointing at her. Did you hear what I just said? I said her. Her is a pronoun, isn't it? Her. But in this sentence, which word is the pronoun? You are a good singer, which is the word. Yep, you guessed it. You. All right, and number 4, you both sing well. I know you already know the answer. Yeah, it's you. Very, very nice. You did very good. I will never remember this guy's name, Mr. Hoffel Flitter Flatter Flutty Flatty Fla. I don't know what his name is. It's a he. It's Mr. All right, and in our last page of pronoun practicing, we're looking at some drumming and music things happening, which is nice. It goes along with the singing from the other 2 pages, right? So we've got some kid banging on a drum. We've got a drum apparently banging itself by an invisible person. That's interesting. We've got a trumpet being played, and then we've got a whole band. Look at that. All right, so let's see if we can figure out which pronoun goes with what. All right, so this looks like a little boy to me. Would you agree? It could be a little girl with short hair, couldn't it? So we don't really know. We're going to imagine that that might be a boy. We'll just say that's probably a boy, but we don't know for sure. So if it's a boy, what would we say here? Blank beats the drum. Now, if his name was Bob, we could put Bob beats the drum. But we don't know his name, and so we would use, we would use the word he, the pronoun he. All right, so invisible man or invisible woman is banging this drum, so there's not a person. Blank is very loud. Now, we could say the drum is very loud, but remember, a pronoun replaces a noun. So what could we say? They is very loud. She is very loud. I don't think the drum is a he or a she. I think it's a, it's an it. It is very loud. Now here we have a young lady. We're going to assume she's a lady, a young lady. She's got longer hair and a headband, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's a girl or a boy. Like, lots of people have their hair different ways, right? We can't always assume that their hairdo is what makes them a boy or a girl. But since we've already used he up here, we've only got 2 choices, so let's see how this sounds. Blank blows the horn. Now, if this girl's name was Mary Ann, we could say Mary Ann blows the horn. We don't know her name. And she's definitely not a they, because she's just one person. So whether it's a girl or a boy, it doesn't really matter. We know we can't use the word they, so we would use the word, she. She blows the horn. And the very last one, we've got some kids marching in a band. We've got a trumpet and a flute and a drum. They look like they're having so much fun. And so there's more than one person. What word would we use when there's more than one person? Yes, we would use the word they, because they means more than one person, and that is a pronoun to describe a group of people. They march in a band. Great job, you guys.